hello to you, my listeners. I'm DJ Olivia. We are going to read a love story from one of our avid listeners. This story is about what happened in her love life. My name is Mary, and I want to share my experience in the year 2011. I had another man, even though my new husband and I had just gotten married. The ex-boyfriend of my cousin. My cousin has mentioned him to me before. And his name is Michael. He always messages me on Facebook. So I can only think that maybe he just wants to get back with my cousin. And I'm the one who's making a bridge for them to get back together. And my cousin is no longer with us. They have moved to another place. And I also want to avoid Michael, because their past is not good either. Of course, I want to stay away and I don't want to interfere with them. And besides that, I have a husband, and my husband might find out, and we will just fight. Because my husband is very jealous. So my message to him is, don't message me because I'm with my husband, and he might think that I'm chatting with another guy. So that somehow he won't message me anymore. Because he is naughty. So I just blocked him on Facebook, so he can't chat with me anymore, and he doesn't always tease me about my cousin anymore. And after a few days, I was surprised because he came to us. He meant to come to my house. Because maybe he can't get information about my cousin anymore. I was surprised because he went to my house. But it turns out I was wrong. I thought he was going to ask about my cousin. But I was very surprised because he would only ask the price of the products I was selling. So I gave him the price so that the problem would be over and he wouldn't bother me anymore. But nothing, he was naughty until I just gave up on his naughtiness. He took my contact number. So I gave it. And after a few nights, he messaged me, and that's where it all started. We have exchanged messages and stories about things. Until he always mentions my cousin. And I, on the other hand, advise him that maybe in the end, he and my cousin will still stay together. Because even if he denies that he has moved on, I still have my doubts that he still loves my cousin. So the time came when he asked me to find another single woman. He asked me if I had any acquaintances or friends who were still single. So as for me, I introduced our other friend. But it didn't take long. Michael doesn't want that kind of girl. So our communication continued. Until one time, my husband and I went out of town. Suddenly texted me, and I said, I was at the mall with my husband. I will message you when we are home. And that time my husband and I got home from the mall. Then he saw my post on Facebook. My post is a home sweet home. He immediately said, hello. I replied. I suddenly asked if he was drinking, and he immediately answered, yes. The next evening, we met at the restaurant, and we drank a bucket of beer. We're not hard drinkers, we've had a lot of conversations. When I was standing, he suddenly grabbed my hands and was about to kiss my lips. Of course, I dodged. I just said no until he said that it was only on the forehead. As for me, I couldn't control myself and let him kiss my forehead. I can't explain how I feel those times. But it's like my body is getting hot, I don't know. Until he offered to deliver me to our house. Of course, I just said, I'm just on the corner road near us. Because I don't want to see my husband and me together with Michael. And maybe someone will see our other people there and gossip about us, and maybe the news will reach my husband, and my husband will be angry with me. So, I got on his motorcycle, and while we were on the road, he was driving slowly. He took my hand and held it around his waist. And I was clinging to his waist. Not satisfied yet, he took one of my hands and put it on his other waist. He said, "Hold on tight, or you might fall." I ignored him while he was driving a motorcycle. I watch his movements and actions. He was still caressing my hand on his waist. Until we reached the corner to us. He suddenly said it again. "Can I kiss your forehead again, Mary?" So, I let him go again. We forgot that we were on the highway and our lips met. I was suddenly stunned, and it was as if something happened. In my mind, it was as if my brain went blank. I will never forget that moment. I didn't sleep that night. We never stopped communicating with each other until dawn. Until we decided to see each other again. Then we agreed to check in. He picked me up at the corner with his car. When I entered, he immediately kissed me again. So he drove until we arrived at the hotel. Entering the room, our kiss never stopped. Until he asked me to touch something hard. I restrained myself, and thankfully, nothing happened to the two of us at the hotel. Days passed, I miss him and longed for him. I think I love him. Until we decided to stay in a hotel again. And something happened to both of us at the hotel. Michael and I were happy. I forgot that I have a husband. But our relationship didn't last long either. Then years later, we met again. A lot has changed, and he has a wife. And it really hurts. The pandemic came, and we had communication again. He always says hello and always reminds me of the past. He said he misses me and wants to repeat our past. To be honest, he has not disappeared from my mind. I remember the moments we spent together and the happy times. As if we were the only people in the world. I know it's wrong, but I'm happy. I still love him after the severe lockdown. Our communication is still ongoing. He always says he wants to get me pregnant. He wants us to have children. As if I don't like it, but I like it in my mind. But it's wrong. We used to say, I love you too. Up to one day, he picked me up from work and said he would take me to the corner near our house. Then while we were traveling towards us, he suddenly stopped the car on the side of the road. We couldn't hold back there, and we kiss again. We missed each other. We don't say anything, but we miss each other so much. We still restrained ourselves. Nothing happened to both of us at that time. That I'm hanging, and I feel that my feelings for him are getting deeper and deeper. I just missed him even more. I couldn't stop myself, and I messaged him. And I said, I hate the feeling of missing you so much. After a week we met again, but only for a while. Then at that very moment, I was so relieved my missing him subsided. And every day, I still yearn for him. I feel my love for him so much. But I know it's wrong. I just can't stop myself from loving him. I hope that all my longing for him will be over, because we already have a family of our own. And this is where my love story ends. Thank you very much for listening to my story. More power to your channel, Miss Romantica. And to you too, DJ Olivia. If you are new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe and please press the bell notification so that you are constantly updated on the videos I upload. If you have love experience stories, send them to our website, brookclark787@gmail.com. And you might be lucky enough to be drawn and featured on this channel. I'm DJ Olivia from Miss Romantica. Thank you very much and see you next time.